Thank you. Enjoy the...
Conrad! Conrad!
Peace, Sir not.
Conrad!
Oh, here, man. I am at thy elbow.
My elbow itched. Thought there would a scab follow.
I would owe thee an answer for that. And now, forward with thy tale.
Very well. Stand close. Stand thee close, and I will, like a true drunkard, utter all to thee.
Some treason, masters, yet stand close.
Know that I have earned of Don John 1,000 ducats.
Is it possible that any villainy should be so dear?
I should rather ask if it were possible any villainy should be so rich. For when rich villains have need of poor ones may make what price they will. No, not here, somebody.
No, 'twas the fate of the house.
Know that I have tonight wooed Margaret, the lady hero's gentlewoman by the name of Hero. She bids me 1,000 times good night. I tell thee this tale vilely. I should first tell thee how the prince and Count Claudio, planted, placed, and possessed by my master Don John, saw far off this amiable encounter.
And thought they Margaret was hero?
Two of them did, the prince and Claudio. But the devil, my master, knew she was Margaret, and partly by his oaths, which first possessed them, partly by the dark night, which did deceive them, but chiefly by my villainy, which did confirm any slander that Don John had. Away went Claudio enraged, swore he would meet her as he was appointed the next morning at the temple, and there, before the whole congregation, shame her with what he saw overnight, and send her home again without a husband.
We charge you in the prince's name. Stand. Call upon the right master constable. We have here discovered the most dangerous piece of lechery ever known in the Commonwealth.
Masters!
Never speak. We charge you. Let us obey you to go with us.
We are like to prove a goodly commodity being taken up of these men's bills.
A commodity in question, I warn you. Come, we'll obey you.
Cousin Beatrice, and desire her to rise.
Yes, lady.
Oh, and bid her come hither. Well, I think your other rubato were better. No praise you give, Meg. I'll wear this. By my troth, not so good, and I warrant your cousin will say so. My cousin's a fool, and thou art another. I'll wear none but this. I like the new tire within excellently. If the hair were thought browner, and your gown's a most rare fashion in faith. I saw the Duchess of Milan's gown that been in praise so. Oh, that exceeds, they say. Oh, by my troth, but a nightgown in respect of yours. Cloth of gold and cuts, laced with silver, set with pearls, side sleeves, down sleeves, a round underborn of a bluish tinsel. Oh, but for a fine, quaint, graceful, and elegant fashion, yours is worth 10 on it. God, give me joy to wear it, for my heart is exceeding heavy. Oh, will be heavier soon by the weight of a man. Oh, fie upon thee! Art not ashamed? Of what? honorable in a beggar? Is not your lord honorable without marriage? I think you would have me say, saving your reverence a husband. But bad thinking does not rest true speaking. I'll offend nobody. Is there any harm in the heavier of a husband? None. And be it the right husband and the right wife, or else 'tis light and not heavy. Ask my lady Beatrice, else here she comes.
Why, good morrow, cuz.
Oh, good morrow, sweet hero.
Why, how now? Do you speak in a sick tune?
Ugh, I'm all out of other tunes, methinks. 'Tis almost 5 o'clock. 'Tis time you were ready. Oh, by my troth, I'm exceeding ill. Hey-ho.
For a hawk?
A horse?
Or a husband. For the letter that starts them all. Like,
Well, be you not turned Turk, there's no more sailing by the stars.
what means the fool, trow?
Nothing I, but God sent everyone their heart's desire.
These gloves the Count sent me, they're an excellent perfume.
I am stuffed, cousin. I cannot smell.
Ooh, a maiden stuff. There's goodly catching of a cold.
Oh, God help me. God help me. How long have you professed apprehension?
Ever since you left it. Does not my wit become me rarely?
It is not seen enough. You should wear it in your cap. My children sick.
Get thee some of this distilled Cardus Benedictus and lay it to your heart. It is the only thing for a qualm.
There, thou prickest her with a thistle.
Benedictus? Why, Benedictus? You have some moral in this Benedictus?
Moral? No! No. I have no moral meaning. I meant plain holy thistle. You may think, perchance, that I think that you are in love. Nay, by Our Lady, I am not such a fool to think what I list, nor to list not to think what I can, or indeed I cannot think if I would think my heart out of thinking that you are in love, or that you will be in love, or that you can be in love. Yet Benedict is such another, and now he's become a man. He swore he would never marry, and yet now, in despite of his heart, he eats his meat without grudging. How, you will be converted? I know not, but methinks you look with your eyes as other women do.
What pace is this that thy tongue keeps?
Not a false gallop. Madam, withdraw.
The Prince, the Count, Signor Benedict, and Don John, all the gallants of court are come to fetch you to church.
Help me, good cuz, good Ursula, good Meg.
What would you with me, honest neighbor?
Marry, my lady, I would have some confidence with you that discerns you nearly.
Well, brief, I pray you, for you see it is a busy time with me.
Marry, it is this, my lady.
Yes, in truth it is.
What is it, good friends?
Good man Fergus, my lady, speaks a little off the matter. A young man his wits are not as blunt as God help her would desire they were, but in faith, as honest as the skin between his brows.
Yes, I thank God I am as honest as any man living.
Oh, comparisons are odorous and palabrous, neighbor Verges.
Neighbors, you are tedious.
It pleases your worship to say so, but we are the poor Duke's officers. But truly, for mine own part, if I was as tedious as a king, I would find it in my heart to bestow it all of your worship.
All thy tediousness on me, huh?
Yea, and 'twere 1,000 pound more than 'tis for I hear a great exclamation of your worship as of any woman in the city. No, I be but a poor man. I am glad to hear it.
And so am I.
I would fain know what you have to say.
Mary lady, our watch tonight, except in your worship's presence, have taken a couple of as errant names as any in Messina.
A good man, my lady. Well said, neighbor Verges. God's a good man, and 2 men who ride of a horse, one must ride behind. soul in faith, my lady, is as by my troth as ever broke bread. But God is to be worshipped, and all men are not alike. Alas, good neighbor.
Indeed, he comes too short of it by you.
Gifts that God gives.
I must leave you.
One word, your worship. What, your worship? I've comprehended 2 auspicious persons that we would have this morning examined before your worship. Your worship.
Well, take through their examinations yourself and bring them to me. I am now in great haste, as it may appear unto you.
It shall be suffragance.
Drink some wine ere you go. Fare you well.
Go, good partner, go. Go to neighbor Seacourt, bid him bring his pen and inkhorn to the local jail, for we are to examination these men.
And we must do it wisely.
We will stand for no wit, I warrant you.
Have come hither, Lord, to marry this lady? No.
Oh, to be married to her. Friar, you come to marry her.
Lady, you come hither to be married to this count.
I do.
If either of you know any inward impediment why you should not be conjoined, I charge you, on your souls, utter it. Know you any, hero?
None, my lord.
Know you any, count?
I dare make his answer. None.
Stand thee by, friar. Mother, by your leave, will you with free and unconstrained soul give me this maid, your daughter?
As freely, son, as God did give her me.
And what have I to give you back, whose worth may counterpoise this rich and precious gift?
Nothing. Unless you render her again.
Sweet prince, you learn me noble thankfulness. There! Leonata, take her back again! Give not this rotten orange to your friend. She's but the sign and semblance of her honor. Behold how like a maid she blushes here. Oh, what authority and show of proof can cunning sin cover itself withal? Comes not that blood as modest evidence to witness simple virtue? Would you not swear, all you who see her, that she were made by these exterior shows? But she is not. She knows the heat of a luxurious bed. Her blush is guiltiness, not modesty.
What do you mean, my lord?
Not to be married, not to knit my soul to an approved wanton.
Dear my lord.
I know what you would say. If I have known her, you would say she did embrace me as a husband and so extenuate the forehead sin. No, Leonata, never did I tempt her with word too large, but as a brother to his sister, showed bashful sincerity and comely love.
And seemed I ever otherwise to you?
Out on thee seeming, I will write against it. You seem to me as Dian in her orb, as chaste as the bud ere it be blown. But you are more intemperate in your blood than Venus or those pampered animals that rage in savage sensuality.
Is my lord well that he doth speak so wide?
Sweet prince, why speak not you?
What should I speak? I stand dishonored that have gone about to link my dear friend to a common stale.
Are these things spoken, or do I but dream?
Madam, they are spoken, and these things are true.
True, oh God!
This looks not like a nuptial.
Leonata, stand I here. Is this the prince? Is this the prince's brother? Is this face Hero's? Are our eyes our own?
Oh God, defend me! How am I beset?
To make you answer truly to your name!
Is it not Hero? Who can blot that name with any just reproach?
Marry that can Hero. Hero itself can blot out Hero's virtue. What man was he talked with you yesternight out at your window betwixt 12 and 1? Now, if you were a maid, answer to this.
I talked with no man at that hour, my lord.
Why then, you are no maiden. Hinata, I'm sorry you must hear. Upon mine honor, myself, my brother, and this grieved count did see her, hear her at that hour last night talk with a ruffian at her chamber window, who hath indeed, most like a liberal villain, confessed the vile encounters they have had 1,000 times in secret.
Fie, they are not to be named, my lord, not to be spoke of. There is not chastity enough in language without offense to utter them. Thus, pretty lady, I'm sorry for thy much misgovernment.
O hero, what a hero hadst thou been if half thy outward graces had been placed about thy thoughts and counsels of thy heart. But fare thee well, most fair, most foul farewell. Thou pure impiety and impious purity, for thee I'll lock of all the gates of love, and on my island shall conjecture hang to turn all beauty into thoughts of harm, and never shall it more be gracious!
Come, let us go. These things come thus to light, smother her spirits up. How doth the lady?
Deadhead me, come and Hero, and Senior Benedict Friar.
Oh, fate, take not away thy heavy hand. Death is the fairest cover for her shame that may be wished for.
Hero, how now, Hero?
Have comfort, lady.
Dost thou look up?
Yea, wherefore should she not?
Wherefore? Doth not every living thing cry shame upon her? Can she here deny the story that is printed in her blood? Do not live, Hero, do not ope thine eyes. For did I think thou wouldst not quickly die? Thought I thy spirits were stronger than thy shames, myself would, on the rearward of reproaches, strike at thy life! Grieved I had but one. Should I for that at frugal nature's frame, oh, one too much by thee? Why had I one? And mine I loved, and mine I praised, and mine I was proud on. Mine so much that I myself was to myself not mine valuing of her. Oh, she has fallen into a pit of ink that the wide sea hath dropped, too few to wash her clean again.
Madam, have patience. For my part, I am so tired in wonder, I know not what to say.
Oh, upon my soul, my cousin is belied.
Lady, were you her bedfellow last night?
No, truly not, but for these, until last night, for these 12 months I have been her bedfellow.
Confirmed that a stronger maid, which was before barred up with ribs of iron. Would the two princes lie, and Claudio lie, who loved her so that, speaking of her foulness, washed it with tears. Hence from her, let her die.
Hear me a little. For I have only been silent for so long and given way into this course of action. By noting of the lady, I have marked 1,000 blushing apparitions to start into her face, 1,000 innocent shames in angel whiteness beat away those blushes,
and in her eye there hath appeared a fire to burn the errors these princes hold against her maiden truth. Call me a fool. Trust not my age, my reverence, my calling, nor divinity. If this sweet lady lie not guiltless here under some biting error.
Friar, it cannot be. Thou seest that all the grace that she hath left is that she will not add to her damnation the sin of perjury. She not denies it. Why seekst thou then to cover with excuse that which appear in proper nakedness?
Lady, what man is he you are accused of?
They know that do accuse me, I know none. If I know more of any man alive than that which maiden modesty doth warrant, let all my sins lack mercy. O my mother, prove you that any man with me conversed at hours unmeet, or that I yesternight maintained the change of words with any creature. Refuse me, hate me, torture me to death.
There is some strange misprison in these princes.
2 of them have the very bent of honor, and if their wisdoms be misled in this, the practice of it lives in John the Bastard, whose spirits toil in frame of villainies.
I know not. If they speak but truth of her, these hands shall tear her. If they but wrong her honor, the proudest of them shall well hear of it. Time hath not yet so dried this blood of mine, nor age so eat up my invention. Fortune made such havoc of my means, nor my bad life reft me so much of friends. But they will find, awaked in such a kind, both strength of means and policy of mind, ability of means and choice of friends to quit me of them thoroughly.
Pause a while, and let my counsel sway you in this case. Your daughter here, the princess left for dead. Let her be secretly kept in a while, and publish it she is dead indeed. Maintain a mourning ostentation, and on your family's old monument hang mournful epitaphs. Do all rites that appertain unto a burial.
What shall become of this? What will this do?
Mary, this well carried shall on her behalf change slander to remorse. That is some good. But not for that dream I on this strange course, but on this travail seek greater birth. She, dying, upon the instant that she was accused, shall be lamented, pitied, and excused of every hearer. So will it fare with Claudio. When he shall hear she died upon his words, every aspect of her life shall sweetly creep into his study of imagination. Every lovely organ of her life shall come apparelled in more precious habit, more moving, delicate, and full of life than which she lived indeed. Then shall he mourn. Let this be so, and doubt not that success will fashion the event in better shape than I can lay it down in likelihood.
Signora Leonata, let the friar advise you, and though you know my inwardness and love is ever unto the prince and Claudio, yet, by mine honor, I will deal in this as secretly and justly as your soul should with your body.
Being that I flow in grief, the smallest twine may leave me.
'Tis well consented. Presently away. Come, lady, die to live. This wedding day is perhaps but prolonged. Have patience and endure.
My Lady Beatrice, have you wept all this while?
Aye, and I I shall weep a while longer.
I will not desire that.
You have no reason I do it freely.
Truly, I do believe your fair cousin is wrong.
How much might the man deserve of me that would right her?
Is there any way to show such friendship?
A very even way. No such friend.
May a man do it?
It's a man's office, but not yours.
I do love nothing so well in the world as you. Is not that strange?
As strange as the thing I know not. It were as possible for me to say, I love nothing so well as you, but believe me not. And yet I lie not. I confess nothing, nor I deny nothing. I am sorry for my cousin.
By my sword, Beatrice, thou lovest me.
Do not swear and eat it.
I will swear by it that thou lovest me, and I will make him eat it that says I love not you.
Will you not eat your word?
With no sauce that can be devised to it. I protest. I love thee.
Thank God, forgive me.
What offense, sweet Beatrice?
Oh, you have stayed me in a happy hour. I was about to protest. I loved you.
And do it with all thy heart.
I love you with so much of my heart, there is none left to protest.
Come, bid me do anything for thee.
Kill Claudio.
Not for the wide world.
You kill me to deny it. Farewell.
Tarry, sweet Beatrice.
Nay, I am gone, though I am here. There is no love in you. Nay,
Beatrice.
I pray you let me go.
We'll be friends first.
You dare! Easier be friends with me than fight with mine enemy.
Is Claudio thine enemy?
Is he not approved in the height a villain? That hath slandered, scorned, dishonored my kinswoman? Oh, that I were a man. What? Bear her in hand until they come to take ends, and then, with public accusation, uncovered slander, unmitigated rancor. Oh, God, that I were a man. I would eat his heart in the marketplace.
Hear me,
Talk
Beatrice.
with a man out of a window, a proper saying.
Nay, but Beatrice.
Sweet hero, she is wronged. She is slandered. She is undone.
Beatrice.
Princes and counties. Surely a princely testimony, a goodly count confect, a sweet gallant, surely. Oh, that I were a man for his sake, or any friend who would be a man for my sake. Manhood is only melted into courtesies, valor into compliment, and men are only turned into tongues, trim ones too. He is now as valiant as Hercules that only tells a lie and swears it. I cannot be a man with wishing, for I will die a woman with grieving.
Harry, Beatrice, by this hand I love thee.
Use it for my love, some other way than swearing by it.
Know you in your soul that Claudio hath wronged Hero?
Yea, as sure as I have a thought or a soul.
Enough. I am engaged. I will challenge him. I will kiss your hand. And so I leave you. By this hand, Claudio shall render me a dear account. As you think of me, so hear of me. Go, comfort your cousin. I must say she is dead. And so farewell.
Where's our whole disassembly appeared?
Oh, a stool and a cushion for the sexton.
Which are the malefactors?
Marry, that am I. And my partner.
Nay, that's... we have the exhibition to examine.
But which are the offenders that are to be examined? Let them come before Master Constable.
Nay, marry, let them come before me. What is your name, friend?
Borachio.
Pray, write down Borachio. Your Sirrah.
I am a gentleman, sir, and my name is Conrad.
Write down, Master Gentleman, Conrad. Masters, do you serve God?
Yea, sir, we hope.
Write down, they hope they serve God. But write God first, for God defend. But God should go before such villains. Masters, it is proved already that you're a little better than false knaves. Go answer you for yourselves.
Hey, sir, we say we are none.
A marvelous witty fellow, I assure you. I will take this one about. Come here hither, Sirrah. I say to you, it is thought you are a little better than false knaves.
Sir, I say to you, we are none.
Well, stand aside. For God, they are both in a tale. Have you written down they were none?
Master Constable, you go not the way to examine. Bring forth the watch that are their accusers.
Yea, marry, let the watch come forth. Masters, I charge you in the prince's name, accuse these men.
This man said, sir, that Don John, the prince's brother, was a villain.
Write down Prince John a villain. Why, 'tis flat perjury to call the prince's brother villain.
Master Constable.
Oh, I pray thee, fellow, peace. I do not like thy look. I promise thee.
What heard you him say else?
Mary, that he had received 1,000 ducats of Don John for accusing the lady hero wrongfully.
Flat burglary as was ever committed.
Yea, by mass, that it is.
What else, fellow?
And that Count Claudio did mean, upon his words, to disgrace Hero before the whole assembly and not marry her.
O villain, thou wilt be condemned into everlasting redemption for this.
What else?
This is all.
And this is more, masters, than you can deny. This morning, Prince John is secretly stolen away. Hero, for this reason, was accused, for this very reason refused, and on the grief of this, suddenly died. Master Constable, let them be bound and brought to Leonatas. I shall go before and show her their examination.
Come, let them be opinioned.
Let them be at the hands of...
God's my life! Where's the sexton to write down the prince's officer coxcomb? Come, bind them, thou naughty varlet!
Wait! You are an ass! You are an ass!
Doth thou not suspect my place? Doth thou not suspect my years? Oh, that you here to write me down an ass! But masters, remember that I am an ass, though it not be written down, and forget not that I am an ass. No, thou villain, thou art full of piety, will soon be proved upon thee by good witness. For I am a wise man, and which is more, an officer, and which is more, a householder, and which is more, a prettier piece of flesh as any in Messina. And one that knows the law go to, and a rich enough fellow go to, and a fellow that hath had losses, and hath 2 gowns, and everything handsome being about him. Come, bring them away. Oh, that I had been rid down an ass.
If you go on thus, you will kill yourself, and 'tis not wisdom thus to sicken grief against yourself. Pray thee cease thy counsel, which falls into mine ears as profitless as water in a sieve. Therefore give me no counsel, my griefs cry louder than an advertisement. Yet bend not all the harm upon yourself, make those that do offend you suffer too. There thou speakest reason. No, I will do so. My soul doth tell me Hero is belied, and that shall Claudio know, and so shall the prince and all of them that thus dishonor her. Here comes the prince and Claudio hastily.
Good day.
Good day to both of you.
Hear you, my lords.
We have some haste, Leonato.
Oh, some haste, my lords. Well, fare you well, my lords. Are you so hasty now?
Hey. Do not quarrel with us, good old woman.
She could right herself with quarreling. Some of us would lie low.
Who wrongs her?
Mary, thou dost, thou dissembler, thou. Nay, never lay thy hand upon thy sword, I fear thee not.
Mary, beshrew my hand if it should give your age such cause of fear. In faith, my hand meant nothing to my sword.
No, Claudio, to thy head, that thou hast so wronged mine innocent child and me that I am forced to lay my reverence by and do challenge thee. I say thou hast belied my innocent child. Thy slander hath gone through and through her heart, and she lies buried in a tomb, oh, where never scandal slept, save this of hers, framed by thy villainy.
My villainy?
Thine, Claudio, thine, I say.
You say not right, old woman.
I'll prove it on his body if he dare.
Away, I'll not have to do with you.
Canst thou so daff me? Thou hast killed my child. Thou killst me, boy, thou killst a woman. He shall kill 2 of us, but that's no matter. Let him kill one first. With me and wear me, let him answer me. Come, follow me, boy. Come. Sir, boy, come, follow me. Sir, boy, I'll whip you from your fighting fence, I will, sister. Content yourself. God knows I loved my niece, and she is dead, slandered to death by villains, and dare as well answer a woman indeed as I dare take a serpent by the tongue. Boys, apes, braggarts, jacks, milksops! Antonia, hold you content. I know them, yea, and what they weigh, even to the utmost scruple. Scrambling, outfacing, fashion-monging boys that lie and cog and flout, deprave and slander, go antically, show outward hideousness, and speak of half a dozen dangerous words, how they might hurt their enemies if they durst. And this is all. Antonia. Come, 'tis no matter. Do not you meddle. Let me deal in this.
Ladies both, we will not wake your patience. My heart is sorry for your daughter's death, but on my honor, she was charged with nothing but what was true, and very full of proof. I will not hear you.
No? Come away, sister. I will be heard, and shall, or some of us will smart for it.
See, here comes the man we went to seek.
Good day, my lord. I came to seek you both.
But we have been up and down to seek thee, for we are high-proof melancholy and would fain have it beaten away. Wilt thou use thy wit?
It is in my scabbard. Shall I draw it?
Dost thou keep thy wit by thy side?
Shall I speak a word in your ear?
God bless me from a challenge.
You are a villain. I jest not. I will do it. I will make it good how you dare, with what you dare, and when you dare. Do me right, or I will protest your cowardice. You have killed a sweet lady, and her death shall fall heavy on you. Fare you well, boy, you know my mind. My lord, for your many courtesies I thank you. I must discontinue your company. Your brother, the bastard, is fled from Messina. You have among you killed a sweet and innocent lady. For my lord Lackbeard there, he and I shall meet, and till then, peace be with him.
He is in earnest.
In most profound earnest, and a warrant for the love of Beatrice.
And hath challenged thee.
Most sincerely.
But soft you, let me be. Pluck up my heart and be sad. Did he not say my brother was fled?
Come you, sir. If justice cannot tame you, she shall ne'er outweigh the reasons in a balance. Nay, and you be a cursing hypocrite once, you must be looked to.
How now? 2 of my brother's men bound. Baraccio one.
Hearken after their offense, my lord.
Officers! What offense have these men done?
Marry your worship, they have committed false reports. Moreover, they have spoken untruths. Secondarily, they are slanders. Sixth and lastly, they have belied a lady. Thirdly, they have verified unjust things, and to conclude, they are lying knaves.
First, I ask thee what they have done. Thirdly, I ask thee what's their offense. Sixth, and lastly, why they are committed, and to conclude what you lay to their charge.
Rightly reasoned, and in his own division, and by my troth, there's one meaning well suited.
Who have you offended, masters, that you are thus bound to your answer? This learned constable is too cunning to be understood. What's your offense?
Sweet prince, if you go no farther to mine answer, you hear me? Let this count kill me. I have deceived him in your very eyes. If your wisdoms could not discover, these shallow fools have brought to light. Who in the night overheard me confessing to this man, how Don John, your brother, incensed me to slander the lady hero. How you saw me court Margaret in hero's garments, how you disgraced her when you should marry her. My villainy they have upon record, which I had rather seal with my death than repeat over to my shame. The lady is dead upon mine and my master's false accusation, and briefly, I desire nothing but the reward of a villain.
Runs not this speech like iron through your blood?
I have drunk poison whilst he's uttered it.
But did my brother set thee on to this?
Yea, and paid me richly for the practice of it.
He is composed and framed of treachery. And fled he is upon this villainy.
Sweet hero, now thy image doth appear in the rare semblance I knew at first.
Come, bring away the plaintiffs. By now our sexton hath informed Senor Leonato of the matter. And masters, do not forget to specify when time and place shall serve that I am an ass.
Here comes Senor Leonato, and the sexton too.
Which is the villain? Let me see his eyes.
You would know your honor. Look on me.
Art thou the slave that with thy breath hath killed mine innocent child?
Yea, even I alone.
Ah, nay, not so, villain, thou beliest thyself. Here stand a pair of honorable men. A third is fled that had a hand in it. I thank you, princess, for my daughter's death.
I know not how to pray your patience, yet I must speak. Choose your revenge yourself. Impose me to what penance your invention can lay upon my sin. Yet sinned I not, but in mistaking.
By my soul, nor I. Yet to satisfy this good old woman, I would bend under any heavy weight she'll enjoin me to.
I cannot bid you bid my daughter live. That were impossible. But I pray you both. Possess the people in Messina hear how innocent she died. And if your love can labor aught in sad invention, hang her an epitaph upon her tomb and sing it to her bones. Sing it tonight. Tomorrow morning, come you to my house. And since you could not be my son-in-law, be yet my nephew. My sister has a daughter, almost a copy of my child that's dead. She alone is heir to both of us. Give her the right you should have given her cousin. And so dies my revenge.
Noble lady, your overkindness doth wring tears from me. I do embrace your offer and discharge henceforth of poor Claudio.
Tomorrow morning, then, I will expect your coming. Tonight I take my leave. This naughty man shall face the case and be brought to Margaret, who I believe was packed in all this wrong, hired to it by your brother.
No, she was not. Nor knew not what she did when she spoke to me. But I've always been just and virtuous in anything that I do know by her.
Marry, my lady, this plaintiff, this offender here did call me ass. And I beseech you, let that be remembered in his punishment. For God's sake, I pray you, examine them upon this point.
I thank thee for thy care and honest pains.
Your worship speaks like a most thankful and reverend youth, and I praise God for thee.
There's for thy pains.
God save the foundation.
I discharge thee of thy prisoner, and I thank thee.
I leave your worship with an errant knave that I beseech your worship to correct yourself for the benefit of others. God keep your worship. I wish your worship well. God restore you to health. I humbly give you leave to depart. And if a merry meeting be wished, God prohibit it.
Go, bring these fellows on. We'll talk to Margaret how her acquaintance grew with this lewd fellow. Until tomorrow, lords, farewell.
Farewell, my lords. We look for you tomorrow.
We will not fail.
The God of love. I pray you, sweet Mistress Margaret, deserve well at my hands by helping me to the speech of Beatrice.
Will you then write me a sonnet in praise of my beauty?
In so high a style, Margaret, that no man living shall come over you. For in most comely truth, Margaret, thou deservest it.
To have no man come over me? Why must I always keep below stairs?
Thy wit is as quick as a greyhound's mouth, it catches.
And yours is as blunt as a fencer's foil, which hits but hurts not.
A most manly wit, Margaret, it must not hurt a woman. But now, I pray you, call Beatrice. I give thee the bucklers.
Give us the swords. We have bucklers of our own.
They are most dangerous weapons for maids.
Well, I will get Beatrice to you, to where they have legs.
And therefore will come. The God, the God, the God, the God of love. The God of love that sits above. Mary, I cannot show it in rhyme. I have tried. I can find out no rhyme for lady, but baby, an innocent rhyme. For scorn, horn. A hard rhyme. For school, fool. A babbling rhyme. Very ominous endings. No, I was not born under a rhyming planet, nor cannot woo in festival terms. Sweet Beatrice. Wouldst thou come when I called thee?
Aye, senor, and depart when you bid me.
Oh, stay but till then.
Oh, that is spoken. Fare you well now. And yet, ere I go, let me go with that which I came, with knowing what has happened between you and Claudio.
Only foul words, and thereupon I will kiss thee.
Foul words is but foul wind, and foul wind is but foul breath, and foul breath is noisome. Therefore I will depart unkissed.
Thou hast frighted the word out of his right sense, so forcible is thy wit. But I must tell thee plainly, Claudio undergoes my challenge, and either I must shortly hear from him, or I will subscribe him a coward. And now, I pray you, tell me, for which of my bad parts didst thou first fall in love with me?
For them all together. For they maintain so politic a state of evil that they would let no good part intermingle with them. But for which of my good parts did you first suffer love for me?
Suffer love, a good epithet. I do suffer love indeed, for I love thee against my will.
In spite of your heart, I think. Alas, poor heart, if you do spite it for my sake, I will spite it for yours, for never will I love that which my friend hates.
Thou and I are too wise to woo peaceably. And now tell me, how doth your cousin?
Very ill.
And how do you?
Very ill, too.
Serve God, love me, and mend.
You must come to your aunt. It is proved the lady here hath been falsely accused, the prince and Claudio mightily abused, and Don John is the author of it all, who has fled and gone. Will you come?
Wait, Signor, will you go hear this news?
I will live in your heart, die in thy lap, and be buried in thy eyes, and moreover I will go with thee to thy aunt's.
You can tell everybody this is your soul. It might be quite simple and it's done. I hope you don't mind, hope you don't mind that I put down words how wonderful life is. You're
done to death by slanderous tongues, was the hero that here lies. Death, in guerdon of her wrongs, gives her fame that never dies. So the life that died in shame lives in death, in glorious fame. Now music sound and sing your solemn hymn.
God and goddess of the night, those that slew thy virgin light, for the which the songs of woe round about your tomb do go. Graves yawn and yield your dead, till my death be at your end. I believe. Endless darkness leads to your grave, where your heart waits, shielded in icy space. Heavenly, peace my nevermore. Dear shadow, alive and well, how can the body die? You tell me everything, anything true. I don't know what I have done. Love, let me be forgiven. I don't know what I have done. Love, let me be forgiven. La 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 la. La 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 la.
And now unto thy bones, good night. Yearly will I do this right.
Come, let us hence and put on other weeds, and then to Leonatus we will go.
Did I not tell you she was innocent?
Well, so were the Prince and Claudio, who accused her upon the error you heard debated. But Margaret was in some fault for all of this, although against her will, as it appeared in the true course of all the question.
Well, I am glad that all things sort so well.
And so am I, being else by faith and forced to call young Claudio to a reckoning for it. Friar, I must entreat your pains, I think.
To do what, senor?
To bind me, or undo me, one of them. Senora Leonata, truth it is, good senora. Your niece regards me with an eye of favor.
Ah, that eye my daughter lent to her.
and I, with an eye of love, requite her.
The sight whereof I think you got from me, from the prince and Claudio. But what's your will?
Your answer, madam, is enigmatical. But for my will is that your good will and shall stand with ours this day to be conjoined in the honorable state of marriage, in which, good friar, I will desire your help.
My heart is with your liking.
And my help. Here come the prince and Claudio.
Tomorrow. Good morrow, Prince. Good morrow, Claudio. We here attend you. Are you yet determined today to marry with my sister's daughter?
I will hold my mind. Which is the lady I must seize upon?
The same as she, and I do give you her.
Why then she is mine. Sweet, let me see your face.
No, that you shall not until you take her hand before this friar and swear to marry her.
Give me your hand. Before this holy friar, I am your husband, if you like of me. Another hero!
The former hero! Hero that is dead!
She died, my lord, whilst her slander lived.
And when I lived, I was your other wife. When you loved, you were my other husband. One hero died defiled, but I do live.
All this amazement can I qualify. And when after that the holy rites are ended, I'll tell you largely of fair hero's death. Meantime, let wonder seem familiar.
Soft and fair, friar. Which is Beatrice?
I answer that name. What is your will?
Do you not love me?
No, I know. No more than reason.
Why, your aunt, the prince, and Count Claudio are deceived. They swore you did.
Well, don't you love me?
Troth, no more than reason.
Well, then my cousin Margaret and Ursula were much deceived, for they did swear you did.
They swore you were almost sick for me.
They swore that you were well nigh dead for me.
'Tis no such matter. So, you do not love me.
No, truly, but in friendly recompense.
Cousin, I know you love this gentleman.
And I'll be sworn upon it that he loves her, for here's a letter written in his own hand, a halting sonnet of his own pure brain fashioned to Beatrice.
And here's another, written my cousin's hand, containing her affection unto Benedict.
A miracle! Here's our own hands against our hearts. Come, I will have thee. But by this light I take thee for pity.
I would not deny you, but by this good day I yield upon great persuasion, partly to save your life, for I heard you were in a consumption.
Peace, I will stop your mouth.
Oh, how dost thou, Benedict, the married man?
I'll tell thee what, Prince. A college of witcrackers cannot flout me out of my humor. In brief, since I do purpose to marry, I will think nothing to any purpose that the world can say against it. And therefore never flout at me for what I have said against it. For man is a giddy thing, and this is my conclusion. For thy part, Claudio, I did think to have beaten thee, but in that thou art like to be my kinsman, live unbruised and love my cousin. Come, come, we are friends. Let's have a dance ere we are wed, that we may lighten our hearts and our wives' heels.
We'll have dancing afterwards.
First of my word, therefore play music. Prince, thou art sad. Get thee a wife, get thee a wife. Strike up, piper.